Making a recessed layered card. So it's another fun way of using your scraps, and I'll show you how to do it. So this is my scrap. Okay, I'm sure you've got lots of these in your scrap box. So all right, so my cord is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'll just score that at 5 1/2. So I'm using a top fold card, top fold portrait. All right. Okay, then you're going to need a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of white cardstock, and you're going to need your scrap, and you're going to need a solid piece. I had actually cut this, so I'm just going to use this, but if you had little strips, you could certainly use your strips. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use my ruler and a pencil, and I'll make instructions for this. All right, so on the card, I'm going to measure down 3/4. Make sure I'm in the thing here. I'm going to measure down 3/4 of an inch and 1 1/8 of an inch on the left side. And then on the right side, I'm going to measure down 3 inches. Okay, so then I'm going to, from the 3/4 inch line to the 3 inch line, I'm just going to draw a light pencil line because that's going to be a cut line. And then from the 1 1/8 inch line to the bottom corner on the right, I'm going to draw another one. Okay. Now, if you have a piece like this, you can cut these together. And if not, I'll show you what you can do. All right. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to put this and cut it on the diagonal. And I'm going through 2 pieces. And then I'm going to cut from corner up into that 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and I will cut that. Okay. So now I have this, and I have this, and then I will put this into my scraps. Now I could probably use this. I can show you. Yeah, I can probably. If I'm going to use, I'll use this on another one. If I'm going to use this, what you do is you just move that over a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch, like that. And this is straight here, and then you would turn that over and cut that off. So I will just glue that into place. Okay, so I'm just going to have one side that's flush and one side like this. Okay, and then under here is what I would cut off because you are going to be putting that onto your card. All right, so I'll do this the same on this one. Now I'll do this again and show you with another scrap. So this one fits good. So this can go up like this, and this one can go down here like this. So I'm just going to trim that off. We got lots more of these cutters in if anybody wants one. So that'll be in my, okay, so now I'm going to take my scrap and I'm going to put my scrap in like that. And I'm going to put this right here like that. So you just want to make sure your scrap fills that section, all right? So once you have it where it fills that section, then you can hold it with your finger and take these off and either use tape. So what I did was I just went like this with my pencil, and then I know that this is the area that I can apply my adhesive. Okay, so that was the space that I wanted. Okay, and then you can just turn it over and trim. I'm just going to use scissors. So I just found it the easiest if I just drew those pencil lines to give me what I want. Now another thing you can do too is you can use foam tape and raise this up and it gives a whole different look also. I'm just going to use my tape. So this one lines up here like that. And then this one lines up like that. Okay. So then I have a little flower here that I had from my other one. So I'm going to show you. So that's that one. So then I could stamp. I used it out of this holiday sayings, but it says just for you, which I really liked. All right. So there you go, a scrap. All right, now for my second one. Okay, let's say I have a scrap like this, but it's more to the bottom. So it goes like that. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to take this, get my card, okay, and then I will, so you always want a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card that you're going to be cutting, all right? So I am going to, I think this will work. Yep. So on this one, I am going to cut again. I'm going to do it at 3/4, 1 1/8, and then 3. And like that. And then you can draw a line from there, and then this one goes to here. So I am going to cut that from here. And I will cut it from there. Okay. So now we could do it the other way if we wanted. So we can put it this way and this way. So there's, you know, you can do all sorts of things with it. So I am going to put my paper, let me see if this is gonna work. Just. So I want my top of my paper there. Okay. Now, I want to have some little bits of pink there. So I'm going to see if this will work. All right, so this is a scrap. So I am going to take a little piece. And I'm not sure if there'll be enough here, but that we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to put some glue here. And I will add this shorter one. So now you're really using scraps too on the pink. And then I'll turn this one over because we're doing the opposite. So I can push that. There we go. All right. Might be a little short on that, but we'll see. I can always trim the bottom off. And then I'll trim these ones. So this is just like the other cards that I showed you using scraps were for the narrow ones, where this one is for the bigger scraps. All right, so I'm just gonna put that one on here. And I know you all have bigger scraps too. It's always fun to challenge yourself to use these. So this one I'm going to put on here like that. So that, because I'm going to cut that side off, so this one works perfect. And I know people were saying they really like using their scraps. So this, did I put glue on that one? I did. Oh well, you're not even gonna notice. I might just have a little bit down there. Trim it off a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to put this one up here. So we've got them going opposite ways. And you could do it other ways too, just depending on how you want to cut your... I can totally move this down a bit. There, now it fits. So I'll just trim that off. Now I have this little flower that, this is from the Fanciful Blooms, I think it's called, by Pink Fresh, and I really like it, and I thought it kind of went with the flower paper that I chose. So I can just pop dot that up. And I'll just put that right there. So you can add little things. You could put your sentiment on with something else, like a circle or anything like that. So I am going to put a stamp on here. I'll just put happy birthday, and I'm going to put that right there. There we go. So there I have 2 cards, and look how quick they went, and I'm using all my scraps. How's that? Lots of fun. So I have those, and then I have these ones. So this is just the opposite to that one. And then this one is, they're just simple, but you could also use your embossing folder. You could emboss the tops here for sure, and then cut it, like emboss before you cut. And you're definitely using all your scraps. So they're fun to make, and I hope you give it a try. If you want the instructions, I will send those out tonight. If you are on the master list, you will get the